take a deep breath together. One more. I'm so glad you are here. As the seasons are changing, I want to bring you some wisdom that I have found and am really holding deep in my heart from this book, from this master, Thich Nhat Hanh. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but he is definitely a Zen Buddhist master, and I want to share with you out of his chapter called Impermanence. I'll read it fully. The Buddha taught that everything is impermanent. Flowers, tables, mountains, political regimes, bodies, feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. We cannot find anything that is permanent. Flowers decompose, but knowing this does not prevent us from loving flowers. In fact, we are able to love them more because we know how to treasure them while they are still alive. If we learn to look at a flower in a way that impermanence is revealed to us, when it dies, we will not suffer. Impermanence is more than an idea. It is a practice to help us touch reality. When we study impermanence, we have to ask, is there anything in this teaching that has to do with my daily life, my daily struggles, my daily difficulties, and my suffering? If we see impermanence as merely a philosophy, it is not it's not the Buddhist teaching. Every time we look or listen, the object of our perception can reveal to us the nature of impermanence. We have to nourish our insight into impermanence all day long. When we look deeply into impermanence, we see that things change because causes and conditions change. When we look deeply into non-self, we see that existence of every single thing is possible only because of the existence of everything else. We see that everything else is the cause and condition for its existence. We see that everything else is in it. From the point of view of time, we say impermanence. And from the point of view of space, we say non-self. Things cannot remain themselves for 2 consecutive moments. Therefore, there is nothing that can be called a permanent self. Before you entered this room, you were different physically and mentally. Looking deeply into impermanence, you see non-self. Looking deeply at non-self, you see impermanence. We cannot say, I can accept impermanence, but non-self is too difficult, for they are the same. Understanding impermanence can give us confidence, peace, and joy. Impermanence does not necessarily lead to suffering. Without impermanence, life could not be. Without impermanence, your daughter could not grow up into a beautiful young lady. Without impermanence, oppressive political regimes would never change. We think impermanence makes us suffer. The Buddha gave the example of a dog that was hit by a stone and got angry at the stone. It is not impermanence that makes us suffer. What makes us suffer is wanting things to be permanent when they're not. I'll repeat that again. What makes us suffer is wanting things to be permanent when they are not. We need to learn to appreciate the value of impermanence. If we are in good health and are aware of impermanence, we will still take care of ourselves. When we know that the person we love is impermanent, we will cherish our beloved all the more. Impermanence teaches us to respect and value every moment and all the precious things around us and within us. When we practice mindfulness of impermanence, we become fresher and more loving. Looking deeply can become a way of life. We can practice conscious breathing to help us be in touch with things and to look deeply at their impermanent nature. This practice will keep us from complaining that everything is impermanent and therefore not worth living for. Impermanence is what makes transformation possible. We should learn to say, "Long live impermanence." Thanks to impermanence, we can change, transmute suffering into joy. I say, with the changing seasons, moving from summer into fall, it brings to my awareness that change is inevitable, that all things are impermanent. So when I came upon this sliver in this beautiful book, it really has helped me to appreciate more the ups and downs of life, the movement and the ebbs and flow of life. That all is for ultimately my good, and teaching us that if we hold on to things, we grip onto certain people, things, experiences too tightly, we attach too much, we will suffer because of it. Because we're not loving that thing. Love always is open. It's an open hand where whatever it is can come in and can go freely without our need to impose on it. So my question for you is, are you truly loving yourself with an open palm? Are you loving others in your life with an open palm? Are you loving your experience with the knowing that it's impermanent with an open palm? Because everything is an opportunity for us to come back to self, to come back and understand that all is non-self, because we're always going to be transforming into what we need to be in the next moment. The interplay of atoms in the quantum field. Yeah, I wanted to bring this to you on this beautiful, rainy, cloudy, misty day to remind you that impermanence is a beautiful, powerful understanding to harness because of the peace and the contentment and the joy it could bring us. I say, till the next one.
I honor God when I honor me. I honor God when I honor you. You honor God when you honor me. If you don't honor God, how could you honor me? Honor me.